Gonna do this video about Prime. Got some interesting things going on over there that I think someone who's really non-biased, either pro or against Prime, that's me. I'm neither for or against them. They are what they are, but I am pro driver. Okay, so I have some things to say, some things that you guys need to, if you're going to Prime, if you're looking at going to Prime, you need to know this. Before we get into that, TRC Freight, okay? They have owner-operator positions, okay, and company positions, okay? TRCandme.com. Go check out to see what they have to offer. And also Blue Tiger, like this. Listen, I love Blue Tiger headsets, okay? I've been using them for years, and as I'm about to get back out there on the road, I'm getting them all together. Like, I'll be using literally like 3 or 4 of these, like, all the time. So, hey, if you go hit the link in the description, you get 10% off of these bad boys, okay? I love them and all that. Ever since day one that I've been driving a truck, I've always known that Prime was a company that did lease purchase. At one time, they were one of very few that did it. And then a lot of companies saw what Prime does, and the company really benefits off of lease purchase. And so other companies started really doing it and really pushing it, but there's been no other company that pushed lease purchase, still to this day, no other company that pushes it more than Prime. But also Prime has company positions also, and one of the things, if in years past, if you wanted to be a Prime company driver, they would put you in a lightweight truck, which means, hey, it is stripped down. It has a smaller sleeper, has one fuel tank. It doesn't even have a passenger seat, and it is literally bare bones. And the reason why they do that, obviously it's lightweight, they can haul more freight with it, but in my opinion, this is my opinion, is to make it more uncomfortable for a driver. That way say, hey, I really like hauling Prime freight, and I see all these cool guys with their rack jobs and everything. I want to be a lease purchase driver. That way I could go and have more freedoms and be more comfortable out there on the road, because you got to face it, Prime is strictly an OTR company, okay? Most refrigerated companies are. Most refrigerated companies are that they do the long runs. They do a lot of produce. They do a lot of meat. Meat loads, usually, there's what we call the meat patch over there in, Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle, and Western Kansas. Okay, that's the meat patch out there. There's a lot of meat packing plants out there, and those go all over the country. And a lot of the times, hey, it's a 2-day trip a lot of times. So it is strictly OTR, meaning that you are not going to go home until like 2-3 weeks minimum. Okay, so you got to figure Prime is putting company drivers in these small trucks to make it uncomfortable, that way that they could do that. So I've been following a lot of Prime drivers on YouTube, and here lately they've been speaking the same tone, and they are looking to basically force drivers, if you're coming to work there as a company driver, is to work as a team. And listen, I'm a driver, okay, and I hated doing teams. One of the things I didn't like about training is the whole teaming aspect. I love to train, I didn't love the team. There's a difference in my eyes. And so this is what they really have been pushing. But here lately, they are trying to weed out company drivers and to go and be all 100% lease purchase drivers. A lot of people are very successful at Prime. Don't get it twisted. I'm not against what they do over there at Prime. They actually are very, a lot of happy drivers. I see, these trucks, and they have the vinyl and the wrap jobs and everything, whatever they like. I love the ones that are like Dallas Cowboys ones, right? There's a few of them I've seen, all the Cowboys. I've seen some Star Wars. I'm a big Star Wars fan. Just a lot of things. Whatever these drivers are into, they'll put it on their truck, and Prime has their people, and they know. When you go to Springfield, you'll see that it's a big thing over there, and a lot of drivers are happy doing it. There's a lot of people that stay at Prime for a long time. I am not on here to sit there and totally freaking try to get you to not go to Prime at all, because it can be worth your while. But I just want to say this: if you're looking at getting into the industry and you're looking, say you have a family, you like having a life at home, it's like when you're at a company like Prime, and again, most reefer companies, refrigerated companies, you're not going to have that valuable home time that you may want. So understand that Prime is that company. It is that company where you will be out there on the road all the time. So going fishing every weekend, going to the game, watching little Timmy going playing t-ball all the time. I mean, that's hard enough to find it in trucking, but it's very hard at a place like Prime and Stevens and places like that, Sierra England. A lot of those refrigerated companies, you're not going to have that home time and all that. You'll find that at the van companies, the dry van companies, and even flatbed. You'll find that with those companies where there's a lot more dedicated, there's a lot more regional when you're home like all the time, and local work as well. You can have a very good life driving a truck, okay? And so you can have you can have driving a truck, which we all love to do, but we also like to have that valuable home time with our family. If you're looking at Prime, this is something you need to know. Again, I don't work it for Prime. I never worked for Prime. Don't look to work for Prime. I am neither for or against. This is one of those companies I'm unbiased against, okay? Or against or for, whatever. I don't love them, I don't hate them. They're just a company out there, and a lot of people are happy with it. But here's another little thing I want to tie in. There are benefits for you to lease. You have more control, okay? You can make more money. In my opinion, the company has more benefits of you leasing. That is my opinion. That's the reason why I've tried my best to stay away from the whole leasing thing. I have done it, okay? It can work, but let me just say that if you really just want to just drive a truck and not have all those headaches and everything like that, there are company positions out there. If you want to be a business owner, go buy a truck. Go buy a truck on your own and really have all the freedom you want. And when you do, listen, I know a lot of people like to go get their own authority and everything. And if you're good at that, great. But there's a company like TRC out here that you can go lease onto, and hey, say if you just buy your truck, and you're looking for someone to lease onto, TRC, and there's companies like TRC, it's not just TRC, but TRC is one of those. It can be a stepping stone for you. Say, okay, I'm getting my feet wet, I do a year or two, and then boom, you know what, I want to get my own authority. Hey, there's companies out there like TRC Freight out there. Can you pay off a truck at Prime? Absolutely. And when you pay off that truck at Prime, you can go and work for anywhere you want, including here at TRC. I'm just saying, again, you're out there, you maybe stumbled upon this video because of, you're looking to go work at Prime. Understand that right now, they're really starting to weed out company drivers and make everyone a lease company. That is the word on the street. That is the YouTube rumors. And hey, I don't work at Prime. I don't hate Prime either. I'm just out here trying to help you guys out.